Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, fellas. Set, hut, sit, 15 on it, 15 on it. Get the ball.
He finds his man Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Gurley again here on first down. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Fields. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On second down, Jacobs. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Check 3, check 3. White Monday.
Now Carr maybe with a free play. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty.
Check 25.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Raiders. 180. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, defense. Let's go. White.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Carr going to give it to Jacobs, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down.
Go Chief. 29. Hey, exit.
Shotgun now for Carr. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Taken in at the 11. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Watch out.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. And now he'll tuck it and run. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. But we haven't been able to do that, though, in the 1st half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustment time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
36.
To throw on 2nd down, Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Fields. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He gets this one to Johnson. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Escaping the pressure right. Johnson's got it complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Go. Go. Go.
From the gun, Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Check. Watch 54. Watch express. Let's go, G.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 78 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Get around, West.
Operating from the gun. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Looking to throw. Fields. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Good job, fellas.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Fields dumps it off to Gurley. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that because now I think they go a little bit deep.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
They run it with Jacobs, and a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long third down.
61, matchbox, right.
On third and long, it's Carr. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Devin Bush in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded at the 33. Call that one an even 60 yards. 6-0. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn on.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Right there, 54 Mike.
Here we go. He's coming. We got double up.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Now they'll throw with Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schwartz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Jacobs now avoids him at the 40. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
50, Mike, 50.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Jam it, jam it, jam it.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Now, blue lady. Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, here I come. Here I come.
They'll run it with Jacobs, and he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Take 4, take 4.
Carr keeps it on the sneak. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Normally when you run that play on 2nd down, you don't expect to be pushed backwards. But the defense got a strong push up the middle, and he'll wind up losing ground and setting up 3rd down.
Switch, switch, switch.
They'll run with Jacobs. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the slant.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Logan. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Carr going to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
93. Situation, let's go. Joker. Jumbo.
From the gun, it's Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling. It's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
2nd and 6. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Operating from the gun. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
49. Down. 6-18. Check 37. Check 37.
Carr to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Carlson able to put this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 41. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Oakland, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.